shorter intro, right to it. Hadouken! Welcome back to video 2. Hopefully you're just going with it all because damn near to the weekend, it's the server war. You may or may not be getting involved, but you're maybe chilling a little bit more while playing the game. Put this on, watch him, it's awesome. We're talking about the new event, this update 5.31.0. It's awesome, so many improvements. Last video lays a lot of groundwork. It went over a few events, really dug into some other ones, all right, like the Leto rabbit hole goes, and the minor details to get the most out of everything that you might invest or not, but do for free still. So much potential in this event. It's exciting. I hope things continue to go this way for us players, all of us, of any style, kind, money or no money. Go get it. All right? They're making this game even more addicting. I am Leto the Second. All right? This is Ebony TKR. It's the R5 Live with Leto. I haven't added the the R5 back to our YouTube channel because I'm just in R4 right now. I'm still taking it easy as I ease back into that role. And it feels good. Get great support from the Landsrad and my fellow Landsradians. They are my best friends. And so are all of you. You're amazing. I'm Leto the Second. Gonna be back R5 of the Landsrad Muad'Dib. Eventually. You'll know when the title changes, but what are we doing? Yeah, we're playing Ebony TKR. No. In Ebony. The King's Return. All right. So, we want to dive right into this now. The Fireworks Festival event package. Talked about it, looked at it a little bit, looked at other packages to see how these numbers have been increasing. Our extra returns, which we call ROI, return on investment. Investment of what? Our income, our Chedachetsky's, our play things you are doing well with, however you make it, or hopefully not making yourself struggle too much by putting it all in here. I support you. I love you. We need to look at this event package because it has been massively improved. And this bodes well for us for when we get to the next Alliance Carnival, which will have the Caesar skin. Because if this sticks around, which I don't see why it wouldn't, we are going to get more back. And that has always been our intent. It was a huge bummer to cancel that, but I'm so glad we did. So glad. I don't know how many times in this game I have, all right, I'm going to go for this particular thing this time. And then the next event or the event after, it's been improved, been replaced, or made easier to get these rarer items, because that is happening. Higher percentages, more free opportunities, and more opportunities from purchasing potentially. I don't feel bad about it. I'm not kicking myself because I did it. This is working out. We just have to be patient again. Look at this, okay? Maybe you noticed it. Sorry, right off the bat. This extra percent return used to be, and it was great, 105,000%. Maybe 110,000. It's neither here nor there. It has at least gone up by 10,000%. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Ebony, for making this continue to be the best, the most lucrative and beneficial event package to get. That is all of the tiers. 120, 120,000, 120,000. All of them are 120,000 now, as opposed to the 105,000, maybe 175,000. Gosh, now I'm like second guessing myself, but this is great general. I love the titles of them. They're so funny. Let's look at that. Look at this. It's just funny. Fast growth. Yeah, it helps you faster, perhaps. Battle. These are the names of the tiers. So 10 and 20 is battle. Throne War is $49.99. And 100 is great general. Yes, we get our epic historic general glory tickets, please. All right, 5 package tiers, that's all the same. That's all the same. There is also a chance to receive the new Epic Historic General. Our new one, yay, a new ranged one, Matsunaga Hisahira. All right, we'll take a brief look at him. We won't break down as far as where he falls in the echelon of our ranged generals that are available. But hey, this is a great time to perhaps go for awakening him because you have saved up 100 Epic Premium tickets because we do the things the Leto way, and maybe you have some glory tickets available too, tokens, recruitments. All right, check this out. This 86 in the 5,000 gem increment. That is a huge increase. 86 times 5K equals 430,000. This before was 76. I think it was only 76. It might have been 82, maybe. Like I said, I just need to go back in the other videos and look. All right, I forget that I record these things sometimes and I can go back and look. All right, but 430, we triple coupon it if you're investing in this one, which it's worthy. 1,290,000. I think in the previous ones, when I would triple this, I would get 1,150,000, something like that. I will find out for sure. You can too, but I know for certain that this percentage has been increased a lot. I can't even believe that much. Plus, the amount of gems we get is significantly increased. What else has been increased? Yes, more up it has. We will go look at the optional chest, but let's look at these. All right, battle canes or whatever special item is available through the particular event, that has stayed the same. I'm hoping that when we get to the rare golden helmets for the Alliance Carnival again, maybe in 3 months or so, maybe less, they increase how much we get. Please, or they make it less expensive to get Caesar, because he's at 4,800 Sword of Justices right now. All right, I've broken down how much that costs to get, and it is the most expensive skin to get out of all of the general skins that I've seen so far. It is the most expensive. Why is the one I want gotta be the most expensive? Anyway, that stays the same. The level 7 stays the same. These treatises that may have increased 25 or 50, maybe. This military tactics, perhaps. This has stayed the same. It's either, barbarian fortress location or this treasure map, whatever the event that is going on. I am pretty dang certain these have increased. The Forge Masters stay the same, it appears. The meteoric stones have stayed the same. That's a bummer. I was hoping they would. Perhaps the blood crystals. I might not be correct, but I know other ones for sure. Sub-City Clues is the same. Okay. The Blood of Ares is the same. It's 70 still. All right. The Source of Life, pretty sure it's 1,000. I'm pretty sure that increased. That's most of this looks about the same. There may be some slight increases, but why am I so stoked? I want to get you stoked about this 120,000% for the Fireworks Festival 2026 optional chest. I like to, and I do, thanks Nars, every event I go look at the usual or the regular packages that we are expecting or that we know we will see to see if anything changes. And it's worth it. And, maybe you would have anyways. Sorry, 1 second here. Because, you just go check a few things out here and there. I don't know. Yes, absolutely. Abso-stinking-lutely. This is a big ol' increase. 5,400 per each or 1,350. Okay? 5,400,000,000. You know me. Let's look at my notes. Oh shit, I almost exited it. I have gone over or made lists of all kinds of stuff. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. 73.80. No, that's the grand totals. Other. Here we go. Projection. I did projections on. All right, when we go for the Caesar skin, this is what we're going to get back. 51,000 or 51 billion 84. What is it? Oh my gosh. I put this all together as far as like when I triple this is how much I'm getting. Dang it. And I didn't do the single amount. I did all these couponed, triple couponed. Oh, okay. So 51. This is what we'll do. Sorry about that. I'm gonna move this over here. I don't like it. Just to see, so you can see for real, 51,840 divided by 3, because this is one of those triple coupon equals 17 bills 280. That doesn't seem right. 17 bill 280 divided by 3. So I potentially could get 17 billion 280 of one particular resource. Okay, here we go. Divided by 4, because there are 4 to choose from. Boom. 4,320,000,000, around there. 4,320,000,000 is how much the single resource options were in this optional chest. 4,320,000,000. Look at where they are now. 54. They have gone up over $1 billion. That is huge. Okay? All of the $100 packages that we see are usually, if not always, I can't ever guarantee anything, over 1 billion. Okay? Look at this. The super resource chest, which gives you all 4, is at 1,350,000,000 out. It used to only be, I think, 1150. All right? 1,150,000,000. I'm pretty ding dang certain. This went up 200 more. You know, if you get all super resource chests from all your, if triple couponing or whatever, if you were to buy 4 of these, okay, at $100, and you were to get 4 of these super resource chests, it would equal 5,400,000,000 for each of the resources. So it depends on what you need more. That's why you have these options, and I love that. Because stone and iron is what you need more to do a lot of construction later on. You need less food, so maybe you want to get a whole bunch of stone and ore instead of all of them together, because this is going to short you on what you need more. All right? But huge, huge increase in how much you get back. That is awesome. That's the first one, if you will. I want to keep one of these other things here. I've been, in between rallies doing things. So let's see here. What else? Ruby necklaces. I would always get these in the optional chest. It used to be 24. And now it's 36. Yeah. 36. No, sorry, not 24. It used to be 30. 36 more. 6 times 3 is 18. You get 18 more per. That is huge. 18 times 12. 12,500, because that's how much one ruby necklace is worth. Boop. We are getting an extra 225,000 loyalty points on this if you were to triple coupon this package and choose the ruby necklaces. I always do, because I have a lot of champions that I need to continue to increase their level. Wow. That is another $100 package somewhere else on its own. And then the regular 30. 225,000. 225,000. That's how much you got. 30 times 12 equals plus 225,000. So instead of what we used to get, 375,000, oh, now we get 600,000 by triple couponing this if you get the ruby necklaces. And we're already getting over $1 billion more in the resource options. Yeah. All right. All of these have been increased. I don't know exactly for each of them, but the excellent dragon coins, I do not believe have been increased. I believe they're still at 12. I would have to look back, but I'm pretty ding dang sure they were at 12 as far as that being what you get for $100 package. Okay, I would always get that too. I pick one of these depending on what I need more. I always go ruby necklace. Okay, getting these would really be helpful one of these times, but ruby necklaces, champions, are more important to me. More important than blazes too, because I get those other ways. Anywho, dragon coins I always get. Compendiums, I think maybe this one up 10. I know the rune stones and refining stones, which I always get, have gone up quite a bit. This, I believe, was 28 something. I don't think it was over 3,000. You go look. I'm going to too in previous videos, or maybe you remember specifically. I know this is an increase. The refining stones, I believe, were in the 4,000 range, 4,800 maybe, I think. All right. I always choose rune stones and refining stones, so I never really pay attention to the material bag or construction. But if those other ones, which are more regular as part as these packages go, pretty certain they have increased. The research stones may have gone up 2,000. That might have been at 3. You know, these seem like huge increases. I believe, at the very least, so sorry, the tactic scrolls have gone up 10. I think they were at 420. Maybe not. Maybe 410. I know they were at least 400. I believe the 430 now is an increase, and I always get those too. So I don't pay attention to the research speeds, and I don't pay attention to the source of life crystal. Okay, I believe we get source of life crystal in the package anyway. No, we don't. Source of life crystal, we get source of life. Source of life crystal comes in some of the King's Party. So I was used to getting that whenever I get some of these, depending on the event. All right, so I never get the research stones. I always get tactic scrolls. They just take so many. The Akai Minidai, those may have stayed at 5. Maybe. They might have been 3 before. But let's, sorry, I love to see optional 4. Sometimes I can do it based on what this was. You don't get Akai options or Dragon Scroll options in any other optional chests. You have to do the big Mama Jamma, but those may have been increased by 1 or 2, or they have stayed the same. But I know for certain that the Dust of Wisdom has gone up by 5. It used to be 20, and now it is 25. Those are they level up your wisdom dome goddesses, and they are worth 20 experience each. So we're getting an additional 100 experience points to use. There, I pick those as well because I collect a lot of these by slaying the big monsters. All right, badges, I believe, have gone up 20. They used to be 160, now 180. They may have stayed the same. The dragon crystals, 360. I always pick those because refining dragons and increasing talents requires those, and it costs a lot going up there. They increased max levels on the dragons a long time ago, and um, they cost a lot of gems and a lot of dragon crystals to get those skills even close to the max 120, even close to 100 as far as I'm concerned. All right, advanced royal build, never do that. Never, ever, ever. You can compose other royal builds. Don't ever, ever, ever get the advanced royal build in this optional chest when you have an opportunity to get dragon crystal or badges. Please promise me, promise yourself, you'll never do that unless you're just the friendliest, most generous player and you love to give everything away that you can, because it's awesome to be able to share and help someone out if they're going through a tough time. But I usually always go with dragon crystals. I have enough badges to upgrade my wonder to level 3 when that never happens. So I'm not terribly concerned with this. I do use it to feed my dragons and refine them, but never so much that I go below what I need eventually for, yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. So huge increases within the optional chest. Massive. Like, wow. I can't wait. And I'm so glad that we didn't go for Caesar last event because we would have missed out on, we had to do 18 and then 4, 22 times. All right. Let's see. It's at it's 1.2 billion. 22 times 1, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 1,200,000,000 equals, we would have missed out on 26,400,000,000 extra resources. The potential for that is awesome. I'm sorry if you had, if you're feeling the sting of, man, I should have waited. That is the toughest Ebony pill to swallow. It's bound to happen. You never know when. It always seems like it's when right after you went for it before. Anyway, 120,000 return. Amazing. Uh, amazing. Okay, I was saying something about something. Let's see, 3 hours, 8 hours, stamina. Look, you get 3 advanced royal waybills in the package itself. Why would you get 2 more for optionals if you have dragon crystals or dragon source fragments to get, or badges to get? Ebony, you're doing everything amazing, and I'm sorry to be so critical, but take the advanced royal waybill out of that optional chest. Take it out. You give 3 right here. It is so invaluable. Now I wouldn't say invaluable because that's meaning like you can't go with it. You can't put a value on it. It is so worthless when you can compose regular waybills, which you get all the time from all kinds of places. You don't even know you get them sometimes to get these advanced royal waybills. Blah. All right. Senior march size, that might be new. I don't remember. I don't think so, though. I want to look at the other previous packages to see where the Monarch XP went. Would like for it to have increased. Stamina probably stay the same. You get the drift, my friends. You get, oh, Dragon Source Fragments there. Yeah. Every time I look at this, sometimes like, wait a sec. Oh, wow. It's going to be fun to look. But we see some of the same things, and we definitely see where the improvements have happened. All right, event. All right, hey, I'm winning some resources in the good old, what do you, yeah, the auction house. That's what I was trying to say. I don't ever go the minimum. That's 1,000 over, 12 million here. That is the minimum 85. You know what? When in the land's red. Let's go. Let's try. I will never get another one of these world packs. I used to all the time for the minimum bid, but now those things go up to 300,000 sometimes. That's way too. Okay. I'm glad we saw this real quick. It's kind of a aside, but look at this. 57. The current bid is 52,000. 52,000 for 50 tactic scrolls. Okay. 52,000 is what somebody bid to get these 50 tactic scrolls. Oh, I shouldn't do that. Sorry. They have overspent, or essentially, in my humble opinion, but I think you can't really argue with it, wasted 2,000 gems. I have seen these tactic scrolls go above 60 or 70,000. So there was one time I saw them go over 100,000. I don't know. I think maybe people were messing with each other. They 50 for over 100,000. Do you know how much a tactic scroll costs in gems in your black market? If you didn't, now you do. In the black market, one tactic scroll costs 1,000 gems. Always. A lot of things are discounted in the larger amounts that you purchase them with your gems in the black market. Tactic scrolls stay the same. They're always 1,000 per one. So 50 times 1,000 is 50,000. This player has spent 52,000 to not get 2 tactic scrolls. Depending on your black or your market level, I don't remember when the tactic scrolls started to show up in larger increments. Okay, but I know the tactic scrolls were there often. All right. As a matter of fact, it's important. Look, here we go. See, 1 is 1,000. You can manually refresh this to, on a regular basis, get them in increments of 5, or the most you can get, at least at my market's level 40. Okay, you got to level up market, embassy, war hall, all to level 40 before you can upgrade your. I always it's not the factory, because there's a trap factory. Your siege machines to T15. Okay, so that's why my market is at 40 essentially. Anyways, 20,000, they're all 1,000. You can go into the black market, manually refresh very few times to get more for less amount of gems than bidding on them in the auction house. If you got the 50 tactic scrolls for the minimum 27,000 that they start at, or going up to 30,000 or 35,000 or whatever, okay? Yeah, that's a great deal. You have saved significantly, but you get close to 50,000. And of course, when you go above, you're wasting gems. You're throwing them away because you can get more in the black market for less. I have some apples. Apples. You like apples? From the alchemy event, or no, the Alliance Carnival, I think. Um, Anyways, the last time the apples came through, as far as these candy apples, they give you a 50% off, all right, on an item in the black market. I love it when those come by because I want these tactic scrolls, and getting them at 500 gems apiece, that is a steal. Skadoosh! So, I'm glad I could finally share that. I talked about it before. Now we have seen it. Now we can move on. Don't waste your gems in the auction house. Know when to quit bidding, because you will almost unknowingly get close to or overpay in the auction house than you would if you just go into the black market and buy it there. Okay? It's the same for other things like these 20 treasure chests. 45,000 for 20 of them. 20 of them in the auction house, the minimum bid 20,000 or 25,000, I forget. But it's that these do not go one to one like the tactic scrolls go. Okay, so not all of them are built the same as far as your auction house goes. Be very careful. All right, Fireworks Festival 2026. We looked into other events deeply, intimately, thoroughly. We love it. We love them. Okay, and we have started this second video. You might come in here and watch it first. That's great. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being a part of this community. You are awesome. All right. Uh, we have, dang, I ran out of things. That's all right. That's all right. Come on, get lucky and find a B15, 16, 17, 18. Go find some ancient pyramids, because it's the treasure hunt. We got server war starting in, oh, I don't know, a few hours. I think I've got my 3-day bubble on. I don't know if I'm going to get out there and mix it up. All right. Oh, here we go. Cool. Hopefully. Oh, did you hear that? Ding, ding, ding. Maybe not, because it's hard to hear some of the in-game sounds sometimes. Doop. That's all right. I don't need it. I don't like to go more than the 8.5, because now it's 9.5. And I've never done the math there, but too rich for my blood when I can just go slay a bunch of monsters and earn 12 million that way. All right, cool. So let's get back to business. Let's get back to business. This looks more colorful for some reason. It'd be popping a little bit. All right, nothing here as far as any sort of revamping, redoing, if you will. But let's look here. Change avatar. I always go in here and look at stuff because sometimes you can get sneak peeks about upcoming things. And these go in order of when they were released, the oldest general skin to the newest, at least to a certain extent. I think pretty much all of these, yes, are like, hey, in this event, that's when this was available. These two in that event, these two in that event. These are all special ones. These came in betwixt some other ones, between Heavenly Fire, and 9th Anniversary, Starry Pilgrimage. This one, Margaret the Officer? I have not seen this come out anywhere yet. Maybe it's server specific, but this showed up a long time ago. I looked at it and showed everybody. I was like, what is this? This is cool. I haven't seen it yet. All right. This was in betwixt some events. Thank you. That's cool. These all have owned activates too, and that's awesome. Our triumphal celebrations, boom, the two most recent. So nothing that looks like, oh, hey, this might be coming soon. I like to look at that because that stuff happens. All right, check this out. A few seconds, they're coming back, and then we'll start the rally here, and then we'll go back to it. Am I far away? They got a slow march here. Nope. Wow, I was right next to it. Cool. All right, here we go. Thanks for that being patient there and that little aside, if you will. Ooh, the combination cards. Go get them. I love Lucky Composing. I haven't looked at those boxes to see if anything's new. Regular gather troops. Treasure hunt is regular. There are no new tiers. All right, to increase. The Barbarian Fortresses, we saw 3 extra tiers, diamond tiers, as far as score rewards. This has stayed the same at 500 million. Cool. All right. Nothing new in them either. But really good stuff. You want to go get those out, even if all of the level 4 and 5 pyramids are taken. Do all level 3s. Those are usually always around. I usually max out my score way early on in this event by doing 3s, level 3 pyramids, and then getting lucky to find a 4 and 5 when I'm looking for 3s. You get 20 a day. It adds up. Regardless, you're still going to get a lot of those score rewards. Go get those free rewards. Okay, cool. Let's see. Nothing new there. War medal, all the same. Great rewards, no new additions, because we are seeing huge increases in the return on investment. Divination of Fate. I don't think we will ever see the Divination of Fate event in the style of getting these particular Fate cards that you could save up and redeem once that event came back. Because it took a certain amount of Fate cards to get one of the tiers of these prizes. But this Divination of Fate also has this version, which is divining. You divine it as opposed to, I think the other one might be divining too or spinning, but you get a currency back to redeem in a shop, if you will. Okay? This just has your quests. I hate the Divination of Fate because when you do these quests, you don't get any of what you need to spin more. I believe you should get more of these ding dang cards for hitting certain amounts. It's like it is a quest for an event. I don't like that about this because the reason we want to succeed in the Divination of Fate, which has really, really good rewards, except for these ones, stay away. Yeah, ooh, yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah, really good. We want the general skin. There will always be a general skin available. Who knows which one? Okay, almost this time. Last time it was Hercilia. The time before that, no, I know that we had Hercilia. I think it was last time. We have had Hermes here, and I'm talking about most recently. We had Hatshepsut here. Okay, and you get the idea. I never know who it is, but some of the older ones I have not seen as much. It might even be going in order. Hatshepsut and then Ahmos. Maybe Romulus was right before Hercilia. Sorry to digress so much into that, but you might have an opportunity to get that one you want. This one has a guarantee as opposed to what we went over in the Wheel of Time. But the guarantee is a lot. It's going to cost you less than it would climbing up to the top of the cake. These general skins that are for the support general to whatever big, huge general comes out, Presley, O'Bannon, Irene, Hermes, Artemis, so on and so forth. These you can't get through the King's Party. They always come through a glorious attire event, and you can guarantee yourself that skin there too. All right. This event, I believe, costs more than. No, I think the glorious attire costs more because it's always the brand new one. This one is a little less, but still very expensive. but it's guaranteed, and that's nice. Okay, if you're climbing to the top of the king's patty, this one might be worth investing in because it's going to get you a lot of the way there. If it's got the skin you want, you might not have Hawkmost, so it's not worth getting this. These are rare generals to get in the first place, but they do have own to activate puffs. Okay, the rewards, current progress, not the best. I'm disappointed. These are what you can get. Here are the rules, and here are the percentages. 0.03% to get the general skin. 0.03% is higher than a chance to get the skin in the Wheel of Time. Those are only 0.01. I believe the skin to get in the Glorious Attire is maybe 0.12, maybe, I don't quote, maybe 0.15, but it could very well be 0.03 or 0.05, maybe 0.07. Okay, it's always extremely low with skins, but there is a guarantee. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. 10 divinations needs 100 fate cards. Rules. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Each divination will randomly award you one prize. I hope everybody gets lucky and gets it on the free ones, because you can get 80 a day if you gather. You can gather. You get some from gathering. We'll click on that in a little bit. And you get some from monsters. You get more from gathering. So when server war comes, there's one day where it's very dangerous to gather, so you might miss out on some of the free divination cards. Okay? Fate cards. Each division provides blah, blah, blah. If you haven't won the grand prize after 2,800 divinations, you will get it on the 2,801. It's nice to have a guarantee for this, okay? Way more assuring than it is for Wheel of Time, where he's like, I hope I get enough. And then these culminating divinations is just that, the progress menu we looked at. 2,800. Here we go. All right, 30 by monsters, 50 by resource gathering. And they come pretty quick through resource gathering too, in large amounts. So maybe you sneak in some gathering during the server war. I like to. Shh. All right, package purchase. This is one of the more appealing things about this event now. Okay, before, this diviner's card case was not this high. It was not, I don't think, remotely close to being over 100,000%. I'm pretty ding dang certain it was not even remotely close to being over 100,000%. It might have only been around 86,000% or 92,000%, which we like at 92,000%, but I know it was not 110,000%. One of the major things about this update, this event, and I hope where we're going, is these massive, massive increases to our ROI. Hey, this is going to get you a lot. Here's where we probably see the biggest increase. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands more gems. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. That, of course, doesn't increase. Maybe we are getting more fate cards now. I don't know if I have any videos to go look, but maybe we're getting more than 1,000. I don't know. For some reason, I want to say, I think we only got 800 before, or 900. I'm not going to speculate. This is that's what we get. All right. A lot of these have stayed the same. I am certain some of them have increased. More source of life looks like it's a part of almost every package now. And most of the time, it's been exclusive to the event package. So this is a huge positive. Source of life coming our way. Look at, for $100, you're getting 550 million resources. That is low, but you're getting 800 super resources. I don't know why they split it up. Probably to make the list look longer. Okay, ooh, this is great. Look how long it is. 800 million, that's awesome. Plus 550 million of each. Thus, you basically, it is 1,350,000,000 of each resource. That is over 300 million more than what we used to get. We are seeing a massive increase in the amount of resources we're getting. Gems definitely, resources definitely, and packages across the board. That is awesome. I believe the gold is increasing. Looks like 40 stamina is standard as far as like you will get this by purchasing these $100 packages. Not a lot of packages outside of the stamina specific or the event package gave you stamina. This is huge, and I know that not a lot, very few would give you source of life with everything else. It's either, yeah, this one has source of life and that, but this one doesn't. We're seeing more of all of the items in more packages, at least one. I'm pretty sure too. I'm telling you, it's incredible. And I think maybe we're seeing some increases to our Monarch XP too. Some of these $100 packages would give you 80 or 100. Yeah, they'd be at like 20,000. So it's kind of cutting this in half, but it was far less than 300, 400 that a lot of these are giving now. Okay, it's giving. So this is a great package that you get 1,000 fake cards. 1,000. You got 4 triple coupons in the event if you are going to invest 200. Okay, so you have the potential for 400 or 4 triple coupons. Easy math, right? 12,000. All right, a fake card is what you get if you were to triple coupon 4 of these. 12,000. We saw. All right, Diviner's card case is even up there. It's only 105,000%. But if you're going for the skin here, if you want more opportunities, this is not going to help you get, this not going to help you. Yeah, you're going to get more chances, but 0.03%, I hope you're lucky. You got 10 bucks to spend this event? Yeah, go for it. Why not? Have fun. I hope you get lucky. That's awesome. Hope you get it lucky for free. Anyway, every day you get the first 10 divinations discounted at 80, and you can go gather those 80. So let's take into consideration that we are getting see 80 times 11 800 more, right? If you were to gather every day, is right. 80 times 11, 80 times 10, that's 800, right? 8,800. I'm sorry, you're going to get some more on top of that. So we've got just under 13,000 divinations. 2,800 is the guaranteed 2,801. Triple coupon, $400. Let's start with the 12,000. Okay, 100 of those cards gives you 10 divinations. This is like the Wheel of Time. All right, so we've got 12,000 cards. We are going to divide that by 100, 120. Then we're going to multiply that by 10 because we get 120 divinations times 10 and times 10, that 120. We get 1,200 divinations. 1,200 divinations. We've triple coupon $400. Our guarantee, 2,800. We've got 1,600 more to go. 1,600. We need that many divinations to get to our guarantee. We've already tripled $400. We've got nothing but double coupons left. Whew. Doubling 1,000, that gives us 2,000. All right, 2,000 divinate or fake cards. That's one $100 package coupled, doubled. So we 200,000, or I'm sorry, 2,000 divided by 100. I know the math is easy, but this helps me. Times 10 equals, we get 200 more divinations. So we need 1,600 more divided by 200. We are spending an additional $800 double couponed to guarantee ourselves this skin. That is a total of $1,200. I hope that helps understand this event and the guarantee a little better. Go for it. If you do, you're going to benefit in the King's Party because you're climbing the top, and you've guaranteed yourself an awesome skin for a general that you have, which has got an own to activate buff on it anyways. But a minimum of 8 plus 4, wait, 800 plus 400, $1,200. Is that what I said? Yeah, $1,200. Okay. Now we've got an extra 880 or 8 more spins with the free ones, with the free bait cards. You will get the guarantee because this 8 plus 4, $1,200. All right, gets us to 2,800, and you need to spin one more time after that. All right. Luckily, you've got free ones that you can get, or that you will get over the course of this event. Even if you don't try, honestly, actually, you get one free one every day. Never mind. You will not have to spend any more money on that, but minimum. You're probably going to have to guarantee yourself this if you're going for the skin, because 0.03%, even with that many divinations, whew, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But if you want that skin, you're okay with spending $1,200. Buy them one package at a time. So triple coupon one $100 package, then do all your divinations. Why? Why, Lito? I need to, because you might get lucky and get that skin in the first $100 package you triple. You see what I'm saying? If you buy all $1,200 worth and get the skin before the guarantee, you've wasted so much because there's no other grand pies to get again. You're just getting yourself these regular rewards that you can get more of in other events through their whatevers and their packages. You know what I'm saying? You might have to keep spending up to that amount, but since there is a percent chance of getting this, you might get it before the guarantee. Save your money and do it at one increment at a time. All right. Here's the first $100 package. Do all my divinations. All right, I didn't get it. I'll go buy another one. Oh, I got it. Yeah. Then you've saved yourself a significant amount. Okay, that's my suggest. All right, divination of fate. Check it out. When we did an ideal land with the 5 already. Okay, I don't need to go into this anymore. We got another ornament. Go get it. It's awesome. It's going to add to your score and your ornament gallery. All right. Hey, has this changed? These are all the same, which is cool because they're really great anyways. All right. Price is the same in here. All right. There's nothing new. The newest one will always be at the top. Packages. Woo! This one was not above 100,000, but it was still very high. It may have been at 102,000. I'll go look at the previous video because it'll say there, but this is absolutely an increase. This is way more gems than before. Golden Ship will stay the same. Okay. Blood of Ares does, I know. Dragon Coins does. This went up, I think, 20. I will look again, but this package is improved even more when it was one of the best already. This has gone up at least 200 million like all the others. Look, more Source of Life again, a ton of Monarch XP. That might have stayed the same because it was always a lot in this one. These have just skyrocketed as far as the value in return. All righty, my friends, but this was one of the best packages always, and the ideal land is ideal and increasing your power and abilities. It's awesome. I love it. I can't wait to get this one too, and check off another ornament gallery requirement. I'm 3 away from 40 ornaments. Yeah. Okay, so that's awesome. Go for it. It might be the time to get it. Sometimes pay attention. I love you, baby, because like in the Wheel of Time with that super sale, one-time opportunity, 99 cents, you will see here on this page a silver sale. Click it or ticket, and it will take you to the super voyage sale, and this will no longer be $9.99. There will be a 99-cent package. You can't use a coupon on it, though, but it's still worth it for, I think, a couple of spins at least. Even one spin would be worth it. 99 cents, that's legit. You can get a lot. These percentages are good for these coins, all right? They have not changed, but this is one of the best events. Thank you for the Voyage of Civilization, and thank you for improving it. All right. We looked at the event package, which talked about the Glory, Historical General Summoning. Let's talk about him real quick. We're not going to dive into his stats, his comparison, where he falls in the ranking of all of our range generals. Usually we can assume that he is going to be the best. He could be the best support, because there's a difference between a general leading the army and a general leading the army to attack. There's a difference in their power, if you will. But he could be better than all of them now, because that's the way things go. All right. Akeshi, here, he's in the Covenant. Here, this guy right here, Akeshi Mitsuhide, I think. I forget, or maybe is that this Mitsuhide? He said Hide. Okay. Akeshi was the best, no matter who came before him, attacking general or just flat buff general. He was better than all of them. Okay, maybe not by much, or maybe a lot in one area, but he was better on all accounts. Now Lafayette, I haven't done a comparison, but Lafayette is the best attacking general. I'm just gonna say that. Don't quote me on it. But let's take a look at Matsunaga. Okay, the standard 60%. All right, and 45%. We usually see it there. I don't think we've seen any of these at 50. Pretty sure we haven't. They usually go up by 5%. However, this one for a supporting general or a good assistant general. Why? Because these generals leading the army tend to be better assistant generals instead of lead generals, because they will have lower attack power as opposed to defense and HP. You know, they might have a higher March Kai's capacity while sacrificing defense and HP. It all depends. There will be a usually very visible difference in the attack power potential, you know, defense and HP potential of a general leading the army to attack as opposed to a general leading the army. The allure and the good thing about these leading the army is that they can help assistant general on the wall. They can be a good defense general on the wall altogether. Why? Range troop, range troop, range troop, range troop leading the army. These are all when that general is with his troops doing anything. And on top of that, there's some reinforcing as well. But these reinforcings don't help you as a defense general, okay? But if you are using them as assistant, you don't even get these. You just get this, which is flat buff, so that helps too. Anyways, I'm just talking about from a main. 60 and 45 is huge, okay? Attack and defense 60, HP 45. The attack will be the highest. We want that. I like this defense being higher than the HP. That's cool. Standard, formation, bash. Hi, baby. All right. I'm bummed that this bash doesn't have, you know, some sort of march size capacity. Usually that's going to be a different title, not bash, but siege, you know, something like that. And not siege troops, but siege. And, you know, whatever troop areas, that's standard. Here we go. This was something I was very like, whoa, really? I saw the 55 first, but look at this, my friends. Look at this. This is one of the most niche, meaning very like specific role for this general. Their fourth specialty, which will always unlock the highest buffs, is exclusive to reinforcing. That is cool, actually, if that's what you need, or if that's what you choose to use this general for, meaning I'm going to go, I've got this general maxed out, or at least specialties maxed. Ooh, I'm going to reinforce. I'm going to take this general out, send this one in instead. because it's flat buffs everywhere plus massive, massive reinforcing. This fourth specialty won't work on defense and won't work, all right, attacking. This is not an attacking general. I hope everybody saw this part. All right. If you don't tend to look at these specialties or closely, and you're just looking at the Lord Slayer and Temple Burner, which is really cool, you're like, wow, that's it. This is the one I'm going for. You might F yourself, because it sucks when you don't get any benefit of a specialty. This really sucks. This general significantly weakened, if not completely useless, as an assistant anywhere, and certainly as an attack general. Sorry, I'll get off of that high horse. Specific general, for a reason, pay attention. Even the covenant buffs, reinforcing. You could be the most terrifying and just brutal reinforcer that has ever walked the ebony earth. All right? Because I've never seen reinforcing buffs so just out of this world. All right? In another dimension. All right? The standard universal buffs, training speed, and defense, 5%. That's pretty much usual everywhere. Good march size capacity increase here in the Covenant. Nowhere else. Save your general tickets, please, if you are not making this your main reinforcing general. 10% is very, very minuscule for any general anywhere, honestly. Okay, Takeda and Hideyori, those come fairly regularly through your tavern. Okay, Akeshi is one of the newer ones that you might have a good opportunity to get still to complete the Covenant. All right, so always look into that. But this is a reinforcer with very few buffs at all for any other role. If we look at the Ascension skills, okay, flat buffs across the board, that's great. And then 2 more specific reinforcing, that is nuts. And then look here, march size and march size. That's where you get the 13% for a total of 23%, which is great, which is kind of where you always want to be if you're awakening a general and maxing out their covenants, okay? But this is going to have to be the lead general awakened main when you're going to reinforce. All right, I said we weren't going to go into that, but this is version 5.31.0. All right, this is the general. He looks awesome, but he is about as specific as any general has ever been. There's one use for this guy, and that's it. One use. Don't use your epic historic whatevers. Don't. Because you're likely going to get him, and you don't want him. Unless you are K45, 6, 7, and you have everything maxed out everywhere else. And you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to get the most punishing, brutal, reinforcing general that has ever been. All right, cool. More than likely, you're not there. And you're going to recruit this guy when you want to save it for someone else. We are really, really, really close to the next Heavenly Fire event. Why? That's just the order it's been going in, my friends. That's the order it's been going for almost 2 years now. We've got an anniversary celebration. We've got a starry pilgrimage. We've got a triumphal celebration. And we've got a Heavenly Fire coming up, the 2026 version. We've had the 2026 of the first 3. All right, the first 3 we had Lorenzo and Niccolo. All right, and then we had Tistria and Rostam, and then we had Presley O'Bannon and Irene Darno. We're due for arranged now, arranged pairing, because that's what Heavenly Fire was last time. Hatshepsut and Ahmose the First. 2 more ranged, the best ranged generals there will be for attacking. All right. You probably don't want this ranged one. Don't that's me. You do you. I support you. Yeah. Yeah. Rewards list better when they change that around. That's that. Okay? So, it's good to pay attention and look into it. All right? Because I love y'all. Peace. No, not yet. I don't want you to be so bummed about using a bunch of stuff you have saved because you thought this was the next best ranged general. Anywho, 55, 55, 55 compared to the last ranged general we got or that showed up. All right, as far as a defensive, any role the ranged troops are going to be in. I think I have it saved. Do I have them saved? No. Let's see here. Come on. Was Visconti. All right, let's take a look at Visconti's specialties. All right, let's see here. So defense, attack. So all 3 stats, which we want to see, 5, 5, 11, 22, 33, plus, I'm assuming 22. Okay, 33. So 55 here, and then that's probably 35. So 55 is as high as the reinforcing was. That this is an all rows. He can reinforce. All right. He can wall defense, main or assistant. He can defend anywhere. Occupy and defend. Visconti is far better still than our newest one, Matsunaga, unless Matsunaga is your reinforcing guy. In rallies, attacking, no reinforcing buffs. Okay, but we have got. Let's see. I'm sorry. This is good comparison. If you've got Visconti, don't go for these other ones. 60 and 45, same things same exact main skill as our newest Matsunaga. All right, let's see here. Siege defense, blah, blah, blah. March size capacity 8% here. All right, and these are all flat range buffs, no specific ones. So we're getting a ton of good stuff across the board. 10-10 for HP and attack. Ranged and sieged at 10. Attack again. Let's see here. Ranged attack HP and defense 10. That's the Ares. And our Battle of Castellecchio. All right. So we got a very low March size capacity for Visconti 2. That's one of his biggest setbacks. But he is straight up any roll ranged will be better than Matsunaga unless you awaken Matsunaga and max out his covenants. That's the only way he will be better while reinforcing. Otherwise, Visconti is your best reinforcing general, ranged-wise. Cool. Yeah. That is the way that cookie crumbles. Let's see here. We got refresh in here. Yeah. 10. Nope. Okay. Do we have any? Oh, is it almost time? Almost time. Whoa, 13 minutes. We've been going at it real quick. I'm going to do my last 10 offerings so I can activate my King's Protection, plus stay current with my, what do you call it? In-city production. We have looked at the event package, seen the massive increase in our return on our investment everywhere, almost everywhere, honestly, across the board. Inventory, recruit, citizen, decision package, super value activity. We are seeing just the most nuts increases in how much we get back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Have you been getting champions tokens still? We don't have any champions to summon, except for in the Revelry Carnival, which we're going to next. But today I got 10 more champions tokens. You get 10 a day, and that was last event, but 10 more came today. I don't know. Okay. I'll take it, but I need a new champion to come through because I've got all of the ones I can redeem with those. Neither here nor there. I'm just curious. Maybe you got it. This is kind of weird. Okay? Yeah. Bye, friends. Dragon Battle. Nothing's changed here as far as getting more and more return on investment. It is, nothing is added here. This is the same as well. All right, Dragon Battle Canes. Not my favorite as far as what you get back. Um, yeah, not nearly as good as Dragon Gemstones and certainly Rare Golden Helmets. All right, real quick. Ooh, Lucky Bag Strike. This is fun. A lot of potential. One time I have seen the Heavenly Blessing. If you've never seen it, it's a white, pearlescent, shiny a bag. And inside of it, it's the most expensive, of course, but you can find one that's discounted because these come with random discounts. Okay. It has got Carnival generals, Carnival officers generals in it. It's really cool. If it shows up, you might want to go for it because if you can get a fair amount of these gold bags every day and by spinning. And I've come away with some really, really cheap, huge, huge full packages on here. But it's 50,000 gems a day to max this out. All right, and get as many of these gold bags back. The Lucky Pass, this has been improved. Why? This Unlock Crimson Treasure tier, the first one, it used to be 1999. That may have been a long time ago now, but it used to be 1999. Now it's only 499. And that's awesome because you get a lot back here. These golden bags is really where it's at because that's the currency used to buy these lucky bags that come through here. Okay, I'm not going to go over the mechanics. We got to keep moving. Challenge quests every day that refresh. Okay, that are going to generate a lot. Okay, but you got to, one of them is to check this out. This is where you purchase one package every day to get as much as you can from this, but it could be a 99-cent package. It's not like other ones that are purchase 1,000 gems, which is $5, which is still minimal, but every day that adds up, right? 99 cents could be the one. And there are a lot of 99-cent packages out there. So that might be what you use. This one, significantly discounted. I know it was $20 before. Now it's $4.99. This one was 50. Discounted, or at least it's been changed to 20. I don't know if that was just our server on 1964, but every time I've seen this for a long time now, this has been 20 now instead of 50. This used to be 20, that used to be 50. That's $70 to get all this. Still really good stuff, but not worth it, honestly, in my humble opinion, when the Heavenly Blessing for $20 with coupons applicable gets you more than what's in there. And look at this, 105,000%. I guarantee you this one was somewhere 90,000, maybe even below before. Okay, it's been increased. I'm not going to look through it, but these are really well worth it if you're trying to not use your coupons but maintain your gem purchase days. Okay, really, really worth it. Tons of stuff. You will get good stuff through here to redeem. I love this event. It's really fun. It's really cool. I hope you all get lucky. All right, range night order. We don't need to see anything there. Alliance competition starting in 3 days. Be ready. Save your stuff. Save your runestones. Save your, save things. Put off doing things until the Alliance competition because there are a lot of quests and you want to have quests to complete and not use all your items and miss out on it. All right, feasting revelry. Go get your fish. Go get your 8,000 delicious points. Why? Because you want the General Hall 2. Because last time in one video, when I opened this, we finally checked Hideyori off the list. It was magic. It was epic. You were there with me. Thank you for the support. The good luck from the future into the past. This package also improved massively. Okay, this one was in the 80,000%. I've pretty much bet my children on it. This was at an 80,000% one. It was one of the worst $100 packages, but it has just boom, huge. Look, oh my gosh. Okay, not going to go over it, but check it out. We've got a bunch of stamina in there. However, and source of life. I mean, it is standard for the course. Ooh, it's got blood crystals. I think it did before, but that's unique. Anywho, okay, those Wagyu steaks, we still got Gilgamesh, and that's it. All right, no big. That's cool. I'm gonna have to look, and maybe I can see this 6 might have been 5 before. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look. This might have been increased a little bit. I don't know. I'm only thinking that because everything else is increasing. I'm like, yeah, it's got to, but it's possible. You just gotta, do this 5 times, and you've, composed them, and there you go. Great sub-city. Anyway, moving on. Grace of Star. Nothing is changing there. All the same. Okay. The package is 2, I believe. Great Expedition. This is fun. This is great. It's possible to get this the only place to get the angel's blessing outside of perhaps a Wheel of Time at some time. That's gonna You're gonna have to, yeah. We've already gone over that before, but absolutely these packages have been increased. Haven't seen these event specific items increase, but you can bet your bottom dollar that we are getting a lot more gems. All right, and resources. Wowza, wowza! Did we add one out? Wow, 1,200 souls of life, 600 tactic scrolls is a lot for one of these packages. 14, just so much. That's awesome. Okay, but you're gonna get to spin a lot, and these are pretty good things. General Hall 3. Another opportunity for a General Hall specific recruitment. Tickets, please. And that might be easy to get if you're, throwing down triple coupon wise here. Okay. This has always been and will always be a great deal for $4.99. If you're just like, oh man, I need to do 1,000 today to get my wishful windmill things. Boom. But I don't have a coupon or don't want to use a coupon. This is a worthy one, a worthy investment. Why? $5? It gets you ruby necklaces, an epic distort premium, tons and tons and tons of good stuff, really good. And then this one, it's also $19.99. I'm pretty sure, and it's just going to get you a ton of chances to roll the dice. All right, so Great Expedition. All right, Wishful Windmill, always one of my favorites, and that goes for 28 days too. So that's been around. That's it. That's it on these. Nothing else, nothing terribly new, if new at all, except for all those packages have been just get in here and buy it because it is so you know what I am saying. All right. We have got to, and I don't know why, just one thing leads to another. You know me, as far as how we roll here when we are rolling what? Video number 2, making a note here. About 112, we have to go to the King's Party before we look at any other package out there that, yes, has, I'm so sorry, that has been made better. Honestly, this is like what I should start these series of videos with, maybe, but it's about the event, what's going on, all the all the special new valuable events and stuff. So our focus on this one isn't necessarily the King's Party, but with the Caesar skin plan that we had done together, which looked like a lot of us looked into and saw bits and pieces, if not all of it, to develop a strategy in ascending the cake. One of the biggest things that I stressed was what's available, what's at the top. Are we getting a bunch of stuff back, meaning a general skin or a castle decoration? Last event with Caesar, we had just the Civilization Scroll Supremacy chest, which is great, but in getting Caesar's skin from this other event and not the cake, we've missed out on what other cakes have. Look at this, Budapest castle decoration. Okay, this is great. There's a castle decoration, which means there's going to be a matching march to it. If this castle decoration is part of one of these decoration collections. This is important. The Budapest is pretty recent. It feels like it was not long ago at all. I don't remember the event exactly. It might have been Mother's Day. I can't quite remember. You can look in Ebony's, well, if you Google Ebony event calendar, you can look at the previous one. And it wasn't that long ago, but these also go in order from oldest to newest. I'm fairly certain because the list gets longer. Here we go. Blessing of Saint Stephen is what we have the potential to get. Blessing of Saint Stephen is Buddha test. We can get one of two. Okay. Where are our? Hopefully, we can look at the stats elsewhere because one will either they're different between the two, but you have an option. Okay. And Castle Deco, which means you ascend the cake, plus you've got to get, if you want, the collection buff bonus, this Black Army of Hungary. Like before, when these castle decorations were first introduced, there was a decoration collection package to purchase as an option. If you didn't know or don't know, if you're climbing the cake, you better get that decoration collection. Why? Because it's an amazing package, which you can use coupons on. And if you double or triple it, you can gift the extra March decorations to very important people in your life or those deserving or anyone on your server. Okay. March decorations you can waybill to others. If you use it again on your own, on yourself after having used it, you get a bunch of shit items. And even if you have only people you dislike on your server, still send your extras to them. You'll feel better. Yeah, I promise you will. And then you can go back to loathing everybody again. Anyway, getting these two, which you can in this event, which makes the King's Party very, very appealing, considering that there are general skins available in multiple events, which you would need to spend a lot in order to guarantee it, this is a great time to complete the King's Party. If you've been waiting, this is a great time. The perfect time, honestly, with the exception of not having a dragon to get, all right? Because you can get a general skin guaranteed from the Divination of Fate and still have money left over to satisfy the cake, all right, which frees up an opportunity to get the decoration collection, which has this March effect. It is the primo time, and I am hoping, and I think, oh Zeus, oh Godzilla, and Aunt Jemima's spatula. I don't even have an Aunt Jemima. I hope the next time we see Caesar's skin, we are in this same position, because there have been Caesar Alliance Carnival events in the past that have had a, a castle decoration at the top and a March effect available. You hearing me? Does that make sense? When we looked at Caesar, if you go back to that video, you'll see that the King's Party only has the Civilization Scroll chest, which is awesome. And then we get our general skin from the golden rare helmets because all of our coupons have gone there. But we will hopefully soon get the opportunity based on just timing or, I don't know, completely random. Why? These bolded events were the events where the Alliance Carnival was there to get Caesar skin. There was a castle decoration at the top of the cake, plus a general, plus officer equipment, plus the Supremacy Scroll 2 chest. You got the most out of any King's Party event ever. Caesar skin, all of the stuff in those packages you had to get the Caesar skin, a castle decoration at the top of the cake, plus you can go get a March decoration too to complete a decoration collection buff bonus, which for this event is a mounted troop attack plus 3% and archer tower attack plus 10%. That's awesome. Plus, when you complete this, you check off another reward list. So much back on top of all of these packages having so much more they give you. I'm glad we didn't do Caesar last time. I would be happy to have him, but I would feel worse now than I did then having to cancel that. Honestly, it'd be like I missed out on hundreds of billions of resources and other stuff. Anyway, I went back down the hole as far as looking at past event calendars on Ebony's website because you can search them, and I mapped out dating back to August 23rd, 2024, all the way until the Running of the Bulls event, which just happened, the times we had the Alliance Carnival to get Caesar's skin. This uh, this regatta festival had the Alliance Carnival, but Caesar's skin might not have been there. Why? Because this wine festival specifically had a picture of Theobald I and Caesar's new skin. So Caesar's skin might have been introduced on 2024, on October 18th. This may have been the first time, but this was the last Alliance Carnival that I wanted to look back on. All right. This is bold because the King's Party had a castle decoration at the top. Castle decoration and a skin potentially. These that aren't bold only had the chest, only Civ 2 chest. Okay? Then, look at it, October 23rd to October 18th. That's, every other event there. Then January 10th, that's October. So September to November. This is a 3-month span. Okay? Big, huge events, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then like an anniversary event or a beginning of the year event, right? So that's why maybe there's this big break. But when we saw on January 10th, 2025, or if you were there was Caesar's skin and a castle decoration. You see what I'm doing here? This Mother's Day, only the chest. Then we got to our Independence Day, which actually happened after the 4th or something. Yeah, I might have the date off a little bit, but this was the Independence Day festival that gave us Alexander Hamilton. It was an Alliance Carnival 2, only the Civ 2 chest. Then this arena event, which was when Gao Chengnong was the newest general to acquire, was the castle decoration March combo plus Caesar's skin via the Alliance Carnival. This was the one where I could complete one of my March decorations and castle combos if I was able to. That was a really great opportunity. All right, autumn ceremony event. Only the chat. You see what I'm doing? Okay, I know. The last time we had the Alliance Carnival where you can get Caesar skin plus a castle decoration at the top of the cake, your Civ scroll chest, your general, and your officer equipment, January 30th, 2026. That was the beginning of this year, right after the 9th anniversary celebration, almost. I think it was right after the Glorious Attire event for Nicolo, and then boom, which has happened this time. Irene Darnot's Glorious Attire, and then I think right after that was April 10th, this maple syrup event, which was the Alliance Carnival. So we might next event have the Starry or the Heavenly Fire. If this follows the order, Heavenly Fire, just another event during that week. The next event will be Glorious Attire to get the skin potentially for the newest general, supporting general to the newest Heavenly Fire general. Okay, because there'll be a skin available in the Heavenly Fire. The next event won't have, more than likely, won't have anything except for the chest, but it could have a castle decoration. But one of those two, either that one or the next one, which has the Glorious Attire for the newest rare general, will have the skin available and probably no castle decoration because you're going for the Glorious Attire skin there. See how skin, no castle, castle, no castle, super huge event, which brings another castle back. I mean, I think about this, and Rio Carnival was the last one. It was almost a random one that just worked out as far as the timing goes. It was the castle Rio Castle that looked cool. There's only one of them. I don't think it had two different options on that one. You can look on this list, and it had the really funny Carnival March decoration. Boom, maple syrup, Mother's Day, Running of the Bulls. All of those have Alliance Carnival with Caesar skin, but nothing else at the top of the cake besides the Civ chest. We are due for a Castle Deco and a Caesar skin with another March combo opportunity. We're due. Might not happen, but every other here, two in between, one in between, one. Now we've gone three without any. This is the beginning of the year. This is the beginning of the year. Two. Ah. I'm feeling good about the next one. On top of all of these huge, huge increases in package value, the only thing that could go wrong is like really terrible officer equipment if everything else were to fall in place. But what a what a fun thing! I'm excited, at least, to look forward to the next time the Alliance Carnival comes around. All right. Ooh, these are great. Construction speed buff when you own it. Oh, this is really similar to what I have now with my pilgrimage and prayer castle, my pilgrimage castle decoration because of the in rally mounted troop buffs and just mounted troop buffs too. And plus they have construction speed. But this one has reinforcement capacity, which I don't. That to me is okay, great, but it's I don't need it. Let's see, that is, excuse me, which one is that? The red one and the pink one, Budapest something and Budapest something. All right, these are similar as in exactly the same as far as the percentage of buff goes, but one is focused on ground and mounted, whilst the other is ranged and siege. That's the difference. So be careful on what you go for based on your need. All right, mine benefit mounted and ground exclusively. All right, but one's on defense and one's in rally. These are same roles use flat buffs, meaning this one goes for all ranged troops. There's an in rally, that's awesome, and then reinforcement. So that's very specific, but great castle decorations compared to others that I've really thought about. Honestly, you get the Black Army of Hungary. You get more mounted troop buffs, 3%, and then what was that? A 10% archer tower. Awesome. Okay, that is awesome. So in going up this King's Party, everything is staying the same. It appears to me as far as the amounts you get. Okay, nothing has increased there. Come on, Evan, give us a little bit more. Why not? All right, that's awesome. This is a really, really good officer equipment scroll chest to get. If you've been waiting for that moment, for that time to complete the King's Party, this is great. Officer equipment scroll chest stratagems. Your rally spot officer. All right, the staff and the robe, extremely valuable. The two best officer equipment in the game, in my humble opinion. Why? Rally spot is all about march size. Show boys. Basic attribute, march size capacity. Yes, I wants it. I haves it. Defending ground troop HP. We want our defending ground HP and defense to be as high as possible, and our mounted to be as high as possible. Plus, you can refine. Look, this rally spot officer stuff, though, come on, Ebony, hear me out, just like you did last time. We need set attributes for the rally spot officer. You added it to Holy Palace, rally spot, that's going to help out probably more players. Give us set attributes, please. And then this is my working resume. What, you know, it would be great. I'd love to work for a video game company. Anywho, okay, excellent buffs on this. I would prioritize those if you were getting these stratagems. The officer's robe, boom, march size capacity, and defending range HP. Still great. We buffing them. You can increase these numbers when you increase the star level, and then refine them for more things. Okay. When the set attributes are added, because Ebony's going to do it there. I mean, you did it to the Holy Palace. Come on, keep going. I'm excited to see what my 2 out of 6 is going to be. All right. Once you click those off, I believe, in my humble opinion, the military academy is the next best thing. Okay. The staff, research, yeah. And I prioritize mounted and ground first. Okay. Very, very good. The robe, research speed, yeah. And I love this. Great, awesome buffs on for both of them. That's why I love the stratagems chest. I think these are incredibly useful buffs. No set attributes yet. Okay. Forge. I would not ever prioritize Forge. Why? Crafting speed buffage, one of the least useful, beneficial speed ups outside of trap making. Because even in crafting the most expensive and hardest to get things, you're never going to run out of crafting speed ups. I mean, honestly, you won't. Things don't take that long. But attacking siege, machine, and range is awesome. Okay, no set attributes. Ugh. All right. Ooh, I like the HP though. No set attributes. So low on my list. Warehouse. I like the warehouse too. Okay. Resources protected in server war. Absolutely, that helps. If you're, just you drop bubble for a second, you get, shellacked, and you happen to get there right after that last attack when they zeroed you. They, don't get as many of your resources there. That's awesome. Mana troop attack, baby. Yeah. What about the robe? Range troop attack, we want that as high as possible for defense. Okay? Yeah. Range and siege attack, high, high, high. As high as you can for defense. Defense, ground, and mounted, high, high HP and defense. So it's the difference between the two different types. The officer robe, I love protecting food from troop upkeep. I love this buff. So warehouse robe, yes, please. And range troop attack, nice. No set attributes though. There, this might be hard for you to choose what to get. It's all so good, except get the rally spot first. In my humble opinion, Trap Factory, we don't care about traps. Look, trap attack. Yeah, buff it. I'm so glad that Ebony was like, you know what? We're not going to do trap speed up, trap crafting speed up. That would just be mean. It'd be cruel. Okay, in city ground and mounted troop attack. Robe. The Trap Factory, although we might neglect it more than anything else, because traps go fast. After a battlefield, they're all gone. And then you're using so many resources to build them back up. Sorry, hold on. The equipment that you use or could potentially put on your officer is some of the best. In-city troop defense, trap attack, damage. Siege machine repairing cost. Yes, please. They cost gems, and that sucks. But any decrease there is so valuable. Plus, in-city ground, mounted troop attack. Better and better this cake opportunity with all the other events going on. Such a good chance. Set attributes, none. Let's see here, 7,502%. Let's take a look. In a book at Niwa. Oops. Niwa Nagahide was the first military strategist general I got. Why? Because of his march size capacity. What have I done with these? All right. Boom! Doubled it. We were at 7,500 when you started it. You maxed the stars, 15,000 march size capacity. That is the most valuable buff out of any of the officer equipment in the game, in my humble opinion. This alone for your marches does more than a 10% attacking troop buff. 15,000 more troops does way more than that percentage, in my humble opinion. Plus, you got a good ace defending whatevskis, right? And then you can refine this to either get mounted attack, mounted defense. Let's see what else. Refine, info, yep, mounted defense, attack, and HP. and or ground attack, defense, and HP. That is awesome. You can refine it to benefit your mounted or ground. Any of their 3 stats. This equipment is so good, but there's no set attributes yet. All right, that's the staff skis. The robe skis, another 15,000. Okay, 30,000. 30,000 more in your march size. Yes, and then defending here as well. Range troop HP. This one, based on how these items go, mounted in ground for another one, for one of them, and then you're probably going to see ranged and siege in the other. Let's take a look. All right, I want my range attack high for defense, so that's what I worked on. I'm still trying to fix those. Let's see here. I mean, these things add up. It's how and why you see players with such high buffs in these particular areas. More than likely, they have these equipments there, refined. So yeah, I still need to fix that big time. All right, this info. Yep, you could do siege or ranged as well. This equipment is the best, in my humble opinion, in this game. We can't advanced refine this one yet. No set attributes, no advanced refine, but they did the Holy Palace now. It's a matter of time to get the other officers in line. All right, that was level 8 of the King's Party. Let's go to the next. That's the one. That's the one. Cards, it's still our triumphal celebration. All right, here we go. The top, you get Budapest, one or the other, depending on mounted or ground or ranged and siege. Great options, okay? I'll tell you what you want to do with one of your other coupons and or quests to level 10, okay? Because your guaranteed skin for the Divination of Fate won't take you to cake level 10. You're going to have to make up the difference. And you're going to want to make up the difference with the castle decoration. It's right over here. I'll show you in just a moment, okay? Our Supremacy Scroll 2, which has Munso and Romulus in it. That's the difference between that chest 2 as opposed to just chest. Okay, and drum roll please, skadoosh, Archer Tower, officer leg armor. Last event, it was the Holy Palace officer crown, which had a siege buff with it, and I think a Holy Palace deserter capacity increase. Didn't care necessarily about one, loved the siege on the other, but there was no set attributes either. There were no set attributes. Now there are, but the set attributes for Holy Palace aren't the greatest until you get 4 out of 6. That's going to take too long, too much. Maybe someday when we blow up here and this channel is the greatest that everyone ever seen. I don't. That, just lots of people are enjoying it. We're having a good time. We are vibing. It could happen, but this is cool. I have not seen the Archer Tower officer's legs ever, I think, in any of the events anywhere, and certainly not at the top of the King's Party. Reinforcement, hey, thanks, that's awesome. Range, troop, and siege attack at 0.5%, so this is going to max out probably at 3% because it can go up 5 stars, 6 times 5 is 33%. If it's only 5, and usually it only goes up, 5 by an increment of itself. So that's still awesome. And then once you are able to, and if you get a second piece, boom, in-city troop attack. Right off the bat, getting excellent set attributes. And we love that it has set attributes. This is an extremely valuable, excellent opportunity to make it to the top. Go get a general skin. Go get a castle decoration and a matching march to complete that collection bonus, which you'll find in... I wish they put it right next to it, honestly, because this is kind of... I never really noticed this for a while. Decoration collection package. When there's a castle decoration at the top of the King's Party, that is part of the list of having a collection buff bonus, because There have been castles that don't have a matching march because there's no combo buff. This one does. You will see a decoration collection package available one time during the event. This has been increased, but it was always high before, at least 92,000, maybe at 96,000%. Always a valuable and worthwhile package to get, even on its own. And hey, you need another, March decoration. Okay? You get the Black Army of Hungary, boom, double or triple that and share it with everybody else. And you know you're getting a whole bunch more of awesome stuff. I love it when those two are together. Oh, source of life everywhere. It's everywhere. And no stamina in this one, though. So heads up, no stamina, okay? But still extremely valuable. You got to get this. You have to. If you're climbing the cake, you guaranteed yourself a general skin. You're going to have to go for another $800 somewhere. Save $100 for that one. Why? So you can complete it. This castle decoration bonus. I'm going to tell us so we don't lose sight of that. You're going to get this. You want the march because you're going to get St. Peter's. What was it? No, not St. Peter's. Jeez Louise. There's that Rio one. Rio Rhythms. No. Come on. Blessing of St. Stephen. Matter troop attack, archer 2 attack. You would be kicking yourself if you got that castle decoration and missed out on the march, because who knows when that march is coming back. All right? Boom. Combo. Great. Getting tons. The most back out of the king's party in this event. Castle decoration. Potential for a general skin. 141. 141. Spiritual beast. Hopefully you've been saving the spiritual beast tales. I have. I collected all of them I could every time this has ever come around on every day, whatever. And I have all the spiritual beasts, all of them. And I was thinking, this is the second time I've thought this. I'm like, you know what? It's been a while. We're due. I wonder, is there going to be another spiritual beast coming out soon? If not next event. I didn't go look. I just had the feeling. And because I think about this stuff and I was like, you know what? It's been this much time. And in between Otso or Dunir, Otso, there was a large gap between Otso and Crucemalos. And then there was a shorter gap between Crucemalos and the Rainbow Crow and I forget his name, Trask. All right. Yeah, Trask. There was the same amount of time between these and those. All right. Or Otso and then Dunir. So I was like, hey, we're due for this. Boom. Boom. This has been increased to 105,000% now. I know for a fact this was 86,000% last time. We have gone up 19,000% on this, which is huge, which is the only way you can attempt to get more spiritual B scales outside of the daily collection. It's a gamble. I don't recommend it. I highly recommend saving up because you could totally, be upset. Of course, this is a great percentage, and that's worth it in my honest opinion, but this stuff happens. That has happened to me once. It was during the days of like, oh yeah, I need some more. I didn't really know what I was doing, and I just went for it because I needed a little bit more, and I wasn't very good at saving stuff over time. I had 1,000 of these, or 1,032 of these spiritual beast scales. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to go redeem anything down here, even though I need some of it, and I could because I have so many things, and I still need to get the fox up to its last highest smelting level. That's a lot of scales, though, to do that. I'm going to save them because I have a feeling, and wouldn't you know, we've got Karkadan. All right, and this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, uh, uh, spiritual beast out of all of them. Skadoosh. Huge HP debuff. Huge range troop attack, enemy range troop attack debuff. Monstrous. That is what keep defense and defending anything we're in is all about. Debuffing those ranged. All right? Amazing, amazing. These alone. Now, let's take a look at what you also get, which I love and prioritize as far as its spiritual beast seals. This spiritual beast is incredible. Okay? These are great all around. There's no construction buff though. That's fine. Everything is almost covered, which is normal for our spiritual beast seals. This is where it's at. In City Siege. Attack. Your in City Siege attack you want as high as possible. Even if you're not doing heavy layers on it, you want your in City Siege attack buff high. 10%. 20, 30, 40, 50, 65% total when in the 100 years I max this out. That is monstrous. This spiritual beast is incredible. I highly recommend them or it. Go get it, level it up, smelt it, and dealt it, and put it on your, put it on one of your sub cities. I have it on Yon. The best spiritual beast to come out since the last one because I thought Trask was really good too. But cool, thank you. Love the increase here. Journey to Glory, same. Journey to Glory. These packages, all of them been increased, all of them. Exhibition, this is stayed the same, might have gone up a little bit. Not really the most worth it since you get those on a regular basis. Not going to look at this because it doesn't really have this doesn't have a percentage return. It's got a bonus to gold. Okay, it's strange. This is the same. Nothing has been improved here. It's always been might have been 85,000%. So that might have actually gone up 5,000%. Okay, this discount didn't become greater, but you're probably getting more gem skis. All right, decoration we already looked over. This has been increased significantly. Look at almost everything is over 100,000. We have got a new champion of Warring States, a monarch image. Okay, that's cool. Go for it. This I've seen on other players before, so it's something that must have come out before. All right, obviously. So that's fun. You can spice things up there. I don't know if you can share a Monarch image with a waybill though. I'm not sure. I've never gone. I've never gone for one of those. But huge return. All right. This the same. Oh, did they add anything here though? That is that's the same. Everything's looking good there, but it's always been one of the best. Okay. Nothing new there. This has been incredibly boom. I pleaded with Evany in previous videos to get rid of this event. It's a ripoff. Get this event out of here because it is not right to try and sell this. It's not right. It's not ethical. It was only 65,000% return on your investment. 65,000. It was one of the lowest out of any package in the game, and that is absurd. This has over 100,000% increase. I know for a fact on this one. All right, and they have increased the amount of these very, very good items that you can get. This is great to use without a coupon if you want to maintain the gen purchase. Plus, it's got the best items, I think, in the game for you to progress in the areas you want to at large amounts for how much it costs. Way better, totally worthwhile. Now, 1,900, no coupon with this. You can only get it once during the 7 days that it shows up, but couponing the main one gets you only 1,800 if you triple coupon it. So this can get you more of these particular items. You can choose up to 3 of them. Whoa! Wow, 16,000. This is a good non-coupon package if you're trying to satisfy daily things or gem purchase events and so forth. What an incredible increase. on the worst package that was fairly new. Thank you, Ebony. All right. This has been improved. I don't quite know what the percentage was. Maybe not that much, but still higher. What is great is that it has added another package. Before it was only construction, gear, and equipment. Whew. We now have a gem option. This is awesome. All right. You've got to get your 1,000 gems purchased in for your wishing, the wishing windmill, or your stockpile ticket event to get, that 20 at the first tier. This is an incredible one to get if you're out of coupons, okay, and you only want to spend $4.99. This is a ton of gems and a great amount of these other things too. Plus, well, that's you get all that there instantly there, and all those free, and then a bunch of stuff extra. This is a really good, very very worthwhile once a week if you're only doing $4.99. Okay, this one was only 75,000%. I know it was in the 70s, and it was one of the worst too, but it's unique in the sense that it has blazing cores and a dual attribute blazing optional. Okay, this is 40 gold as opposed to guaranteed dual optional chest. You get to pick the one you want. That is so different than others that are, it's a dual chest, a dual attribute chest, but it's random. You get to pick what you want. These you sometimes only see when you spend thousands and thousands of dollars. They're that rare. I think that's why you only got 70,000% back on it. Now it's 90,000. So climbing up these gradually every day. So 5 here, 10 there, 5, 5, 10, 10, 20, 30, $35 if you what you want to complete all the days so you can get the dual attribute. This one has still got really good stuff. I recommend the blazing cores. You want to level up your blazings. These 30 are worth more than these 20 because they're equal 1-to-1. But this chest will give you a chance to meet that blazing need that you have. That's the trade-off. But so much good stuff in here. This has been massively improved. Thank you, Ebony. Great job for looking out for your players, your consumers, making these things the best value in return. This has been improved. Amazing. Amazing. You don't get more Covenant Stones, which this one's all about, but everything else you get more of, and that is great with me. Okay? Gear sales. I'm not going to look at that. Sorry, I just never really cared. This one I think was somewhere around, no, this one was 350,000%. I think. I don't think I'm just pulling all these numbers out of my ass, but this is definitely more valuable as far as what you get back. Okay. And recently, and this is where a lot of the extra value was added to, we are getting military treatises and the optional, blah, 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 blah. So $20 over the course of the month, every day. That's 30 extra of these, 60 extra of those. That is legit. Plus, you get a ton of good stuff by getting that initially. All right, this is all 120,000. I'm telling you, y'all. Sorry, I've said it over and over again. This one might have gone up 5,000%. I'm not quite sure, but you can do this once a day. You can use a coupon if you are trying to level up your spiritual beast faster or now during this event because we got a new one. This is totally worth getting. It's over 100,000%. Boom. Highly recommend. 300 of the 5Ks. Honestly, you're going to need those more to get your spiritual beast up to level 10 so you can use crimson crystals and awakening stones. You need to get your spiritual beast up to level 10 before you can use crimson crystals or awakening stones. So evaluate where you are. Do I need experience more right now? Because I'm not going to be able to use these for a while. And then you can get more of those potentially, well, absolutely from the Garudas, and then potentially from hitting milestones as far as your damage on the world boss. Okay? Evaluate. But really good, level that spiritual beast up. This is always good, always will be good. I love it. I think that might stay the same, but it might even be higher. This was 86,000% return always until now. Why? Because this used to be 68 of the 5K. Now it's 80. Thank you. This has stayed the same as far as the fragments. You get 2, that stayed the same. There are increases everywhere, almost, I believe, but absolutely in the runestones and refining stones. Those used to be 5,000. Now they're 6. Woo, an extra. This is up by at least 250 million, I think, increase. Stamina, don't believe was part of it. This is the same. This Monarch XP has stayed the same, and no source of life, but a lot of stamina. That's helpful. This is a massive increase, one of the biggest increases in the game. All right, Champion's Affection. These might be worth it now. They never were before. They were really, really worthless, in my humble opinion. Now, with the increase here, which is over or nearly 20,000%, because these were in the 80,000s as well, getting more gems and other stuff. Thank you, Ebony, for making these packages worthwhile. Like, we're going to sell this. Thank you for making this a good option for what I need instead of not good at all. Honestly, in my humble opinion, Dad, I don't look at. We went over the wheel of time. We went over the wheel of time. 114, crazy. That was. I think this has been doubled. This has gone from 2 to 4, maybe 3 to 4. I'm pretty sure it wasn't 4. Wow, that's cool. Chronicle Summon looks the same. Okay, no new generals in there. Building upgrade, that might be specific to whoever. I don't want to go through the all-out preparation, although I'm inclined to think that there's more in there too. General Vault, really good, brand new from what I've been seeing. Totally worth it over the course of 28 days. It's awesome. I mean it's awesome. Okay, valuable events. We went over the cake. We went over the castle combination and what you want to do, and now this is being a good time. Check it out. These were 86,000% or 85,000%. I mean, just everything, my friends. Card packs. Okay? Card packs increase. Doop, 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 doop. Got to do that. What else I got? Hold on a second. Oh, we're gonna see some things in my inventory. My earbuds or AirPods are gonna go out soon, and I need to finish. Oh, this is blast. There's so much I need to, and I want to do some stuff in my inventory that have to do with some of these other events we talked about. All right, spiritual beast, optional chest, legend maker, ancient dynasty, super value activity pack, the one that you get every day for $4.99. All right, uh, did you look at that? Have you ever looked at it? It's always been an incredibly high percentage as far as return on your investment. Good, we're just about checking everything out. But look! Oh, ooh, we got to go get a recruit citizens. Come on, get lucky. Okay, that helps. This is 121,000 now. This used to be 85,000%, and you had to buy 5, then the next one, and next one. Now it's just at 100, which is a lot, but triple couponing that, and you couldn't use coupons before. You couldn't. That is, you're going to get some great citizen support in doing this. All right. Plus, this has gone up 10,000%, maybe 20,000%. It's huge. Okay. Oops. We're going to recruit. Oh, we already did the free one. Oh man, we were talking about, hey, going from the cards, going to look at this, looking at inventory. Oh. What, what was it? What was it? The, the activity. Look at this. Always a great deal. One of the best, especially for, a double coupon, maybe triple if you are not spending more than $5. This was 270,000 or it's 275,000%. No, not 275, 175,000. Maybe 200,000. Maybe. This. Whoa. Okay, Lito, it's $4.99. Big stinking deal. I mean, what you get in this from before was incredible. I know this is one extra ruby necklace. I know it is. I know there's an increase on the source of life. At least everything has been increased by 10 or a couple of hundred or something. Seriously, that is so cool to see. Now, one of these days, and I'm interested to know, after you get this, another tier opens. It's $19.99, and I know I've said the worst package in the whole game a couple of times already, but it is the worst package in the entire game. It was before. After this being one of the best, at $19.99, that's a gatekeeper for the next tier. It was a 50,000% return. It's one of the it's laughable what that package is in the next tier. I don't understand. I know it's an ancient package that probably has not sold a lot, if at all, and that's why it's just been left alone. Okay? But yeah, it was a mess. This is not. Go for it. If $5 is your budget every, event. These are not like the monthly cards. They haven't necessarily been improved. Okay. I never look in here. I don't really want to go into it, but maybe you do. There is uh no percentage per se. This is just the event package. These give you extra gems. All right. Extra 60,000 gem bonus. Oh, really? How? Well, 5K is pretty easy to hit as far as 60 goes. The 1,000 gems is kind of what you're paying for here, and then the 12 times 5 is what they're like, yeah, you get more here. I don't like these. Don't like these at all. They do give you alliance package things, but you're going to get more from a $10 package in another event than you will here. So I highly recommend, in my humble opinion, staying away from these. I see no appeal and or no benefit to them whatsoever, except for if you want to hook up your alliance. These are crap items. Hey, sorry, I don't want to be too negative. And then, nope, no thanks. I've never seen anything significant there. We went over this in a previous video quite a bit. I showed you all this stuff that I was going for. I went and just got all the other ones that I said I was going to eventually today so we could open up in our inventory. But be careful. Look, this tactic scroll, you can only get 10, okay? 2,000 a piece. Remember, in the black market, tactic scrolls are 1,000 a piece. Do not get these. You are overspending by 10,000 if you buy all of them. Shame, shame on you. Shame on you, Ebony. Fix that now, please. All right. Not going to necessarily go through the value of these and where you might get them elsewhere, but so much good stuff. You know what, 800 there? Yeah, I'll get that. 10 of those in the black market is 8,000. So that does equate. One of those is going to be 800. That's the same. Hey, one crimson crystal. If you were one away, I'm sorry you were suffering. I did get the flexible specialty. Using your gems gets you a return in the sprint return. So sorry. We're going to open that. It's going to be cool. It's guaranteed, but we don't know which one it's going to be. Covenant stones, those are great. 10,000 a piece. Card pack. I got this one too. It's got a 33.33% chance of getting a flexible specialty in there. The other 66% is 100 runestones. I opened 3 of those at once the other day. All runestones. 3 of them, 33%. I should have gotten one. That's the way the cookie crumbles. All right. There we go. Already did that. Already showed you. Got Arthur with Leslie. It was awesome. I was just feeling good. I needed that kind of boost. All these other things. These are things I wanted to share together. So that is why I go get the Epic Historic General Glory token. Don't use it though, unless you need that reinforcing range general. Here we go. This one has stayed the same as far as the percentages go. So maybe maybe you can just use these gems to get what you need instead of spending $10 on the other package, which is really, really worth it. Officer Skillbook chest. Be careful when you open that. I opened it and it benefited mounted troops, but I didn't realize I needed to put it on my stables officer. I used it too fast and I put it on my warehouse officer because I figured, well, warehouse buffs mounted, so maybe it goes there, or maybe it doesn't matter what general to put it on. And it was a level 2, so wasn't the biggest, but it would have been an extra percent on my stables officer. I felt so stupid. Oh, God. Okay. And now I feel silly again since doing it. All right. Other things, nothing has changed. Nothing is refreshed, which is a bummer. I'm hoping they do eventually. So some of these that where you can only buy one of them makes it worth it. one of those bags, it doesn't help. That does not help at all. I don't quite know why, but some of these are completely useless as of now. Even because you can't be one away. These things are going. Sorry, I know. Oh, am I still coming through? Maybe. Let's have it ready to use. Whoa. I'm testing. Test. 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 I hope your volume isn't too high when you get to this part of the video, because as far as my voice goes in how it's being picked up, I'm hitting well above the yellow, up into the red. Um, in-game music might be louder as well. I am incredibly sorry. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Let's see where we go. And you know what? I could re-record part of this if I needed to. And you can at least see what we do in our inventory to end this. Okay? Fate card. 1 of 1. You need 10 to divine once. 1 is never going to help because you'll never have 9 and need 1 more. I don't understand, but there's potential here for more, and that's cool. 1 doesn't help with night coins. Anywho, because they come in increments of 5 or 10. Come on, this helps. That's a good one. That one does. I did get, oh, that's where I got the other 10 golden clocks. I forgot. I went and I redeemed these here. So that helped us get more of those, the thingies. Anywho, we went through this on sale, not looking. That is cool. We saw the increases everywhere betwixt. Okay. We had there. There's really nothing else I wanted to focus on as far as these events. It's pretty much a across the board improvement to everything as far as its value, the potential for what you can get from multiple events, plus the King's Party with the decoration, castle and march combo, and guarantee yourself a skin via the um, divination of fate, to also guaranteeing yourself. Here we go. We're going to go for this, and I'll clip it and or redo it if I need to, and end with the Revelry Carnival. Why? 208. I'll say right around there. This is always fun because of the potential of what is included. We will always experience in our everyday journey rarities. I talked about these different levels in collecting these things at the beginning of our first video, but I never went into what's available here. I was like, oh, we'll get to that. And wouldn't you know it? It took me a while to get around to it, right? I'm sorry. That's how we roll. That's how we vibe, as the young people say. But this has been improved like everything else, but it was always a good, worthwhile, very valuable package to get. It's the only one available. There is nothing in a smaller, there's nothing cheaper. And you will need to spend to get things from this event that are more that cost more than the free items you get along the way. That makes sense. You don't get more of these party invitations, but triple coupon this to get 180 party invitations, which will get you emerald brooches 1-to-1. All this stuff has been increased a ton, a ton. All right, that's awesome. We talked about that. So here is another event where you can guarantee yourself a castle skin, a castle decoration. What do we have? Thebes. Thebes was only available in the Heavenly Fire event, which is about a year ago now. Almost exactly. All right. This castle was part of satisfying a number of quests in order to unlock a nameplate and fame quest. The Marine that we saw together in previous videos, and the Palavan for Star Pilgrimage that we saw together. Oh, and then we saw the Humanist too, because I got Nicolo. Anywho, this is necessary for that. All right. That is what an opportunity. However, this has no March combo though. There's no combination buff because this castle you get more fragments to level up to be stronger. It's crazy. Okay, you would have to get this anyways. I'm not going to go into that, but this is. It's interesting. It says obtained through the Sun City Collection event. Was it called Sun City? I know it was Heavenly Fire. Anywho, 3,240 emerald brooches. You triple coupon the $99.99 package, you get 180 emerald brooches essentially. You redeem your invitations here, they turn into emerald brooches here. You get 180. So 180 times 4, because you get 4 triple coupons, you've got 720. Well, let's subtract 3,240. We need 2,520 more emerald brooches. We only have double coupons left. They come in increments of 60. So each $100 spent gets you 120 more. 2,520 divided by, well, this not make it negative. 2,520 divided by 2,520, right? Real quick. Yeah, 2,520 divided by 120. Boom. 21 more times. This costs you more to get now than it would have to get in the actual event temporarily. You wouldn't even have to spend close to this much to have qualified in the top 100 to get this castle decoration for 14 days and unlock the quest. However, If you wanted to get it permanently, you would have to finish in the top 20. That would have absolutely costed you more than this. Why? These main events, people come and throw down on the Chedskis. They don't hold back like they don't hold back on other events too. But these massive main events, the most amount of money is spent to acquire all of these rare, one of a kind, who knows when they'll be back items, castle decoration specifically. So we have or need to spend $2,500 and use every single coupon on this package. You can't use coupons anywhere else. You need all your triples, and you're going to need all 20 doubles. But Lito, you got to do it 21 times. You will get another double coupon once you get to cake level 8 and move up 2 more levels in the champagne tower, which you will do because you spend a couple hundred more bucks to get here. So you will get another double coupon. 4 triples, 21 doubles. You get that extra double coupon after cake level 8. So the minimum to get this castle, which is as rare as it gets, is 2,500 bucks, and I'm pretty certain that's far less than what it costs during the event to get it permanently. So that is the perspective. Does that make sense? That is a lot. That is so much. That's crazy. But to get that permanently during the event, you probably would have had to spend over $5,000. If you do the math, and remember how high those numbers were, people spent upwards and above $10,000. A lot of the top 10, if not all, and some of the top 20. So if you want this, it will be permanent. It will cost you $2,500 every single coupon. You can do it. You can get it. But you do this, you satisfy the cake. You're going to have to spend another $100 to get that March decoration to match up. So you're looking at 2,600 bucks here, and you can't use a coupon on the March decoration. Keep that in mind to complete that combo because you want to. You wanted to. And if you got $2,500 to spend on this, I'm willing to bet you might have another 100 somewhere, or at least know somebody who might give it to you in the meantime. I'm just saying that's a lot to throw down at one time. Anywho, that's awesome. Record it and show us. We want to see it. All right, we've got this Shebani again. All right, Vercingetorix, Shebani, and Rustarov or something. Those are the 3 that I've seen. I've not seen a siege general go through here. We've got our mounted. We've got Vercingetorix, who's ground, and then we've got Rusmatov. I forget his name exactly. He's ranged. So I don't know if we're ever going to see a siege guy here, but he is the exclusive rarest, but probably best. I'm not going to break him down right now. Mounted general you could possibly get. But to get him 16 times 720, I mean, come on. 16 times 720. 11,520 emerald brooches. We spent, or you did spend 2,500 to get here. We need 11,000. 2,500. You got no coupons left. So you're just getting 60 at a time. I'll do the math sometime, but if you wanted to get this guy all in this event, you're going to have to spend over $20,000, I think. That's wild. That is wild. I'm willing to bet if you see anybody with this general who has been ascended and or awakened, more than likely, since they show up multiple times, they saved their coupons and got as much as they could during that. I don't know. Buying, not using coupons to make up the rest. It's crazy. But hey, you do you go for it. This is also where every now and then you see this Angel's Blessing permanent decoration available. It's always available in the rolling the dice game, the Great Expedition or whatever. Okay? It's always available there. It's going to cost you a lot. You can't guarantee it because it's random as far as the points you earn back. Here, you can guarantee it for 2,400 emerald brooches. So 2,500 for this castle. That's 24, so 600, 840 less emerald brooches. 840 less emerald brooches. We just take 840 and you divide that by 120 because we've had to use all of our triple coupons. Boop! We save $700. So instead of 2,500 for the castle, we can spend, or you can get, this really, really, really powerful castle decoration for 1,800. All couponed, and then you've got a coupon left to go get that marsh decoration too. So that's one way to climb the cake and get a lot out of this event. Okay? This is why I'm saying this event is so valuable. The cake has a castle decoration. There's a castle decoration march combo buff. Okay? And you can guarantee yourself a skin and another castle decoration on your way to the cake, baby. It's insane. This is why I want to see, when Caesar comes along, the cake option having a decoration and there being a march somewhere too. And that's what I think is going to happen soon, or in the next one, which is why last time is better that we didn't do it. Do it. All right? One triple coupon package here gets you a new champion. Well worth it. Go get Demeter. It's rare. Fame Quest. And you add to your very, very, the much better rare champions, if you will. I was hoping maybe we would get Josephine or Cassandra. I've not seen those two come through yet. I've seen Marcia. You actually were with me when we got her. I've seen Demeter 3 times now. This is the 3rd time. I've seen Minerva at least once, maybe twice. We saw Nefertiti not too long ago, if not the last time this was here. I think Nefertiti was the last time we were here, because I'm pretty sure Hatshepsut was one of the castle, or one of the general skins available in another area of this game. Anywho, you can get her skin too. We will see one of the previous rare champions plus their champion skins in the Revelry carnivals. So you can guarantee yourself that on the way. All right, this is one triple coupon package. Boom. This, 960. We got to do it because we're here. What are the lands red? No, 960 divided by, or no, wait, sorry. Dang it. 960 minus 180. Shit. No, because we need that. We got the 180. I'm a silly goose. We've got a couple triple coupons. Oh, I'm losing it. Give me a second. We've got 3 triple coupons left. Okay, so that's another 180 times 3, 540. So 960 minus 540. 960 minus 540. All of our triple coupons are gone now. We've got Demeter. Now we want our champion skin. We need 420 more emerald brooches. We've done this before in previous videos, but this puts it into perspective. We've thrown down 400 all of our triple coupons. We've got 420 remaining. We're going to divide that by 120 because that's all we can get now with doubled package purchases. Boom! We've got to go get it 4 more times. So to get the champion Demeter and her skin, you're going to have to spend $800. That's expensive too, but it's really cool, really good, and really powerful, and it's on your way to the cake, and you could get that. Maybe you go for this thing too, because that's basically around the same as the castle. So many options in this event to get so much. You can get the best wall defense general. Certainly, I think if you're siege focused as far as the main, if you can awaken him. But like old what's his face up here, 720 there to awaken him. He costs 1,200 to get 1,200 sword. What do you call it? Sword of Justice in the Alliance Carnival to get. So this 1,200 there probably equates to the same as this. So very expensive to awaken, okay, but worth getting once at least to be an assistant. Toyotomi, here he is. I have talked about it numerous times. These generals here, this is the only way to get them for free. Got to get lucky, but there are opportunities over our Ebony lifespans to get an opportunity to get Toyotomi for free. Like this, during the feasting revelry, you can redeem 8,000 delicious points for a General Hall 3, General Hall 3, no, General Hall 2 recruiting token. All right? That General Hall 2, that's a 3, will give you a 6% chance to recruit Toyotomi Hideyori, who you need to complete the General Hall in order to get Art Treasure. We saw that. Go check the video out. It was awesome, amazing, felt really good. We got to see some cool stuff. Maybe you have never ever or will never experience it. Anyways, so I don't want to rub it in. But 420, dude. We just did the math there. Okay? In order to buy this general, which is the only other way to get him, it's got to be during the Revelry Carnival. That's when these guys show up. Mark de Trump, Arthur Will Leslie, etc. But I got Arthur Will Leslie in this one. All right, 420. We did that. If we doubled it, it would cost us 400 because you can only buy the $100 package here. So you can't do 350. You have to spend 400. That's if you've got double coupons left. But you have checked off a super rare general and maybe unlocked more art treasure like we did together. But if you are saving a certain amount for this package to get Toyotomi, you can. Let's see here. What's so 180 and 180 is 150, 300, 360. All right. So if you triple coupon two of them, 420. I should have left that there. Minus 360, right? Is that what I want? Yeah, 360. We got 60 left. The minimum, because the only way to get 60 more of these, you can get 50 for free through the event itself, and you're 10 short. You can only buy a $99.99 package. Thus, the minimum to get Toyotomi Hideyori exclusively buying is 2 triple coupons, which is $200, and then at least doubling one more. If you triple coupon it again, you're going to be just short of getting something else. Ebony really did math well on putting you just out of reach out of another thing, forcing you to buy another package. All right, so $300, at least 2 triple coupons, and then 1 double. All right, and you have got yourself Toyotomi Hideyori, $300. That's how much I saved in recruiting him with the General Hall 2 recruiting token in the Feasting Revelry. It took me 8 or 9 times over the course of 500 days to gather the things to earn that, but it happened, and I'm glad I didn't have to buy them. All right, 60 of these, which you can get multiple of them. If you triple coupon one package, you get 3 of these. Then you'll have a chance, a 3.57% chance to get the absolute rarest generals in the game. Marton, all right, Arthur Will Leslie, King Kong, and Sei Shonen. These generals only available in the Lucky Raffle or the Alliance Carnival. When you see them in the Revelry Carnival, when you see them here, they will cost more than Toyotomi Hideyori and the other generals in General Hall 2. This is $300. If Martin was the general here, which he is sometimes, he will cost you at least 500. And that's triple couponing 4 packages and then doubling one minimum because of how the math works and how much you get. That is how expensive these rare generals are. This guy here, all right, only way to get him is through a General Hall 3 tickets, please, or buying him through this event. Arthur Wellesley, this general here, either get him from this ticket, please, or buy him for 500 bucks. I got Arthur Wellesley from the new item store, gem store update, which added all this stuff just recently. I hope you get as lucky as I did. There are a lot of good generals in there anyway, but this General Hall 3 Historic General, I redeemed 96,000 gems. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go for it. I was by myself. I thought about waiting to record, but I was sad. It was in my dark time. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. Just going to stinking go for it. And I went for it. I went for it. I used that ding-dang ticket. Tickets, please. And this 3.57% Arthur Wellesley, got him. Got him. I hope y'all experience good fortune like that. It has been the 8th, 9th, 10th time I have tried with these General Hall specific recruitment tokens. So, you know, it took me a long time, all things considered, but to put things in perspective, I saved $500. $500 general, $300 general. In the last month, the experienced great fortune with these free ways of getting these generals. Free. $800 total. And a significant increase in my buffs because of the art treasure that it unlocked. All right. Arthur Wellesley could even be a great assistant range general. Man, that's just cool. I couldn't believe it. It was so neat. All right, 40 attack. He's ranged and true siege. So I mean that's pretty cool for attack, and it could be a good defense. So range and siege attack 40% straight across. Range troops defense and HP 25. You know these were great, stinking great generals for when they first came out, whenever and for what reason. No covenants, anything like that. So one of their setbacks, but I'm really stoked and I'm really glad I can kind of show firsthand when I recruited these via the feasting revelry, which happens all the time, redeeming this, boom, 300 bucks, saved me. All right. And this General Hall 3, tickets please, down the gem store, 96,000 gems, save me 500 bucks. Go for it whenever you have an opportunity. Select the General Hall 2 and 3, all right? And I hope you get lucky. That saves you a ton of money because there are 7 total of those generals you need to get, or 8. All right, cool. Moving on. That was Toyotomi. Getting 3 of those, you really giving yourself some chances. 2 $100 packages tripled. You get Kaimon. Still one of the best, if not the second best subsidy mare. Mark Antony, I don't recommend because in order to get 150, you got a triple coupon $100 package. You're better off going for a champion or going for these General Hall 3s. You will eventually get Mark Antony elsewhere. You will eventually. It might take a little while, but you might eventually get them. I don't recommend the money you got to spend on this to get the potential of these other generals. Mark Antony's not there. You'll kick yourself considering what else you could have had a chance to get. This is the one I'm going for. Okay. She will satisfy Fame Quest. She will satisfy Gunther's Covenant. She may even unlock a package for me because she was part of ascending Douglas, having Gunther. All right, but this particular event, this is my aim. All right, and my minimum investment of what has been given to me, and it's doable with 2 of these tripled. Tons of good stuff. Did one today earlier. Don't have another triple coupon until day 3. I'll do that then, and I'll have a little bit left over. See, 360, that will give me 100, and I'll have 120 brooches left over, plus the 50 free. What can I get? That gives me a 170. Oh man, I'm 10 away from getting Demeter. Oh, I already have her, so I don't have to worry about that. So having that 170 can get me 2 of these. I'm very likely going to get 2 of the General Hall 3s. Very likely. There are generals in here I want, still, and there are, of course, ones I don't want at all. But having an opportunity to get those other ones to save $500, I'm sorry, I've said it over and over. I could give myself 2 more opportunities, 170. Or I do need Mark Antony one more time to ascend him to star level 9, but I'm certain I'll have a chance, or we'll get him eventually the next time I open up, or one of the times I open up a ton of recruiting. All right? This is going to be, yeah, you get the idea. Military strategist for 600, that's going to be at least $400. All your triple coupons. Okay? This is a good opportunity. Stay away from just about everybody except for Justinian the First. That's down here. I'm not going to go into that again. I did a whole bunch in other videos, but this is a Carnival officer general chest. Only use it for Justinian. Everybody else isn't worth it. It's all right. It's all right. There we go. These other things don't get you spending that much money. You'll get enough of those from the cake itself. No, don't. No, but you can get that's so much. This, however, is nice. That's a fame quest. Plus, this is a great castle decoration that is inexpensive. It's that party, but I want a castle decoration. Dang it! Well, here you go. All right, on a smaller budget. Construction speed bonus. Training speed, no thanks. But oh yeah, I like gathering and march speed to monsters. Those buffs are extremely helpful. All right, so that is an option, and you'll always see the Sphinx during the Revelry Carnival. All right, and the rest is just your standard fare. But if you're getting these brooches, you're saving them for stuff up above that's rare, unless it's only the free ones, then you're totally going to use them on these other things. And that's awesome. Revelry Carnival, baby. Almost done, sweetheart. Now, that's that. That was the plan. Showed you what I'm going to do. Went over everything under the sun. Holy cow, this video is also going 2 hours, 37 minutes. But we're used to 3 hours, and I'll probably sequence it out. Who knows when I'll even get this videos uploaded. Oh my gosh. Passionate about this stuff. Let's reward ourselves by doing some things. Okay? First off, I got a lot of things in the inventory. I'd love to open them with you. It's a great way to end this with a bang and hopefully get extremely lucky to get some more rarities because we've got a chance. We did a recruitment. It was just one. But earlier today, because I like to get the citizen recruiting things, you can get 10 of them each day. I got enough fragments of a particular citizen, and it might be something you have never seen before, never known. I check this regularly. Go to your citizens. I go to citizens list. Boom. Look at the top there. Notice, because these fragments will say, collect enough of these to compose a citizen. But you might have 100 of this and be like, what the heck? I can't compose a citizen. Well, the fragments are used to upgrade their stars. If by chance you collect enough fragments before you get or recruit that citizen, you will see them in your citizen list like this. I have enough, right? You will then go here. It won't tell you either. You won't know. You just have to go look and check regularly. Keep track of it. That's it. There's no way else to know. Okay? You can go all the way down to the bottom here, and it will tell you how many fragments you have of other citizens. It's crazy that these guys are so far away considering how many days I've recruited. All right, so that's a way, but those are almost always going to be grayed out. This is why I was like, oh, I gotta wait, and how cool this is that in this video I can share this. Very unique. It's only happened to me once before. I have enough fragments on a mounted troop citizen, which is great. This is what it looks like. Boop. You'll see it green, super green, and you'll be able to recruit the citizen in this citizen list screen. Totally not intuitive. Maybe, at least it wasn't to me at first, but go check it out. Maybe it's there, and maybe you've got some citizens that you can put in there to help you out. I'm going to get another purple legendary to replace, should I replace Collins or Barrack? Barrack seems more burly. Sorry, Collins. Showblipes, 1.5% for a no star purple as opposed to a blue, which is 1. Of course, it's going to be worth more, right? I had 40 out of 30. So not only did I compose them and recruit them, I've got 10 fragments to work with to get them up to, I think, stage 2. Let's look. Save the stars, get the fragments, star, stage 1, star, stage 2, star, stage 3, star, stage 4. And wouldn't you know it, it takes 10 fragments to get them to star 1 and increase from 1.5% to 2%. This is huge when it happens. When you got a whole bunch of them. Oh, skadoosh. All right, cool. That is so cool. I was so excited to be able to do that with you all and maybe shine a light on something you have not realized, seen yet, or known you could do. All right, citizens, highly recommend if you've got the means every day, go in there and get your 10 of the citizen recruitment. That's 50,000. It's a lot, but you add so much to your arsenal with having the citizen slots full. Okay, I'm not going to go in there anymore. Now, here we go with the rest of it. Inventory. Haven't been here a while, but we're going to take it home. I'm getting delirious, delusional, and crazy, and here we go. All right, let's see here. I need 6 more of those to get the new thing. Let's disassemble these. These are officer skills. I keep adding to my officer junior officer chests, skill chests, to eventually open those and hopefully assemble skill books. More higher level. It's a process. All right, this flexible specialty box that I got from the new gem store. Detail. I opened 3 and got 3 of these. Come on. Come on. I was looking at my daughter. Come on. Future, past, now. 1, 2, 3. Sublimes. Yeah. I don't know why I'm being so aggressive and choppy. Like, y'all didn't do anything wrong. Y'all did something amazing. Yeah. Yeah. 243. I was just gonna say 243. Oh! I hope you all experience some good fortune like I have been Went over the generals and got those generals. Oh my goodness. Those don't happen often outside of just buying that $100 package or getting really lucky in the Grace of Star event. Almost done, baby. It's been a hardcore day. All right, we went over that. We looked at that. We're good here. Man, pretty awesome. Huh? Sure, where are you going to use it? Okay. Okay, that's fine. All right, all right. Anything here's anything here's we don't have a general hall tickets please to use right now because oh man, it would have been nice to get 10 more. I actually think I want to do its own separate video on cards again at another time. Okay. Oops. Sorry about the noise. I hope this comes through okay. I mean, that was once in a lifetime to be able to witness. I'm not going to open those until at least over 100. What do I have? Sorry, it's been a while. I don't know what I have all um, to do here. Oh, shoot. I'm going to look at those another time. This, I have no idea, but I got it from the store. Cheese. Yeah. 2 flexible specialty boxes. Here's the next part where I'm like, please, please, please be what I want. Because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different flexible specialties in here with varying percentages. Some 13.3, some 6.6. I'm assuming, and probably, and absolutely, the 6.6ers are um, far more potent. All right, so like this Breaker Legions has it's ground focused, but with dragon, as opposed to Heavy Legions, which is ground focused and debuff centric, no dragon bonuses. I'm going to call it to put it out there in the ether for you in the future, back to me in the past. I want precision arrows because I have it and I might be able to level up my current precision arrows 1 more. I might need 2 of them though. God, it's brutal. All right, but I would like precision arrows. I would like Heavy Legions because I have that one as well. And I don't have any for mounted specifically. If I got 1, I would not be able to level it up beyond 20. So it wouldn't do the most for me, but this is pretty cool. Guerrilla Cavalry. Yo, with dragon action. This would massively improve my monster slaying capabilities, much more so than the battle tested, honestly, once at a certain level. Plus, there is significant bonus to PvP. Dragon, of course, because there's no against monster here, but with dragon, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's the difference between those two. So, but rather, Heavy Legions, precision arrows. Ooh, and I guess that one's better. Woo, that one's with the dragon too. Oh, cool. That would be real nice to get. Let's see here. Siege Ballista. I need that one. I need to level that one up because I have Siege Ballista and I also have Battering Ballista. So I preferably one of these would be the best because those have been stuck at green or 20 for a very long time. I don't even remember how I got those, honestly. Battering and Siege, that's great. And it would be great to get Iron Curtain because I have that as well. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 I want. There's a 60% chance for me to get what I want. Everything's been so good lately as far as percentages go. 60% doesn't seem great. 1 at a time or 2 at a time or all at once? I don't know. I'm going to open 1 at a time here. 2 at a time. It doesn't really matter to me here. Yeah! Got one I wanted. That's for my wall defense. However, I might need that one more time to go to the next level, because it's like 10 to increase the level. And then the next time it's like, now you need 20 fragments to increase the level. Get out of town, you sons of guns. Let's see here. Uh, uh, I got Iron Curtain. That's the best. That's the best percentage, though. I didn't see that it was 20. Okay. Guerrilla cavalry is what I would want more because of the with dragon. This is going to benefit my assistant generals, however, because for my monster marches, because they don't have any flexible specialties on them now. Ah, man, it would have been great to get siege. All right. Dang. Having those opportunities is what I'm grateful for, honestly. You can't complain when you have opportunities to get something so rare. This is the lucky, oh, damn it. That's the lucky raffle, 99¢, one ticket into it. It's really good what's in there, plus potential to win. The rarest of the rare. Oh, okay, that's regular stuff. I don't have to worry about it. Oh, oh. Did you tell where he looked at that? Oh, it'd been great. I think I need one more of those because it gives you 10 fragments. Yep, yep. This one I'll need to put on and we'll level that up. Okay, okay. Those were, I think, kind of the main things. 1180. I thought I had 12 point. What? I thought I. Okay. Uh, um, Sorry, for some reason that didn't look right to me. Oh, here we go to this one. Okay. Level 1 debuff skill optional chest. Oh, it's optional. Oh, I thought it was random. Okay, use. So, optional debuff. Uh, this is what? Reduces enemy range troop attack by 2%. So, I need to debuff range troop attack more than anything, more so than anything right now. It's going to randomly replace one of my sub-city generals' um, skills, and that's okay because um, 2% debuff is better than gold production increase, in my humble opinion. So I need more range troop attack debuff because that has been one that has been lower than my siege attack debuff. So use. Boom. It says when general's leading the army, so it can go on any general, defensive, offensive, uh, 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 assistant wall general, wall defense, and sub-cities. Okay? That's cool if you are going for that. Almost done. Getting to the end. Holy cow, it's 5 o'clock. I have been recording like a madman today. I cannot thank you enough. I'll start my outro and goodbyes as I'm looking through this to the end. Uh, this is a great event. I think we're going in a great direction as far as all kinds of players in this game. All right. Um, Bear with me as I add chapters. Thanks for being patient. I want to get this posted as soon as possible so you can, experience something at least a little bit until I have fine-tuned it. And that takes a lot of work. And after recording so much through the day, even though I love to, I'm pretty beat afterwards and don't want to do anything else. The Senior Officer Skillbook Chest service is from the item gem store. This doesn't have any level 1 in it. And these are officer skill books that are or were in ones that you can buy the level 1s in the research in the academy now. Those are those ones I disassembled those level 1s to create a junior steam, which has a level 1 and 2 in there. This has a 2, 3, and 4, and there are a whole bunch of them. It would be great to get any of the level 4s, especially for generals that I have that are specific in these officers' positions. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? You wanted to. 1, 2, 3, skadoo, shabweeps, and shableeps. I assumed it was going to be, and wouldn't you know, the Forge officer is one I did not want at all. Why? Because I'm not going to get a Forge officer specifically for a long time. Good fortune, meet it going down the other way. The one out of 30 I didn't want, particular officer, and the lowest level. You know what? Like I said, I'm just glad to have an opportunity to play. See these junior steens? They're level 1s and 2s. I'm going to collect as many of those as I can, get up to this 999 eventually, then open them all at once to hopefully give myself a whole bunch of number 2s. Number 1, go to number 2. Yeah. Hi, Maria. All right. That was it. Wow, I got some stuff to redeem in here, or to open in here. Cool. I gotta go. I gotta go. This is crazy. We got everything. We've done everything that's about as rare can be. I have no idea what's going on outside my keep and within my alliance, but they knew I was going to record today. But it looks like what do you call it? The Civil War is going to be starting soon. Hope you fare well. Hope you stay safe. I hope you enjoy this event as much as I have, and you're excited about what's coming our way, regardless of play, and how you like to slay in this game. Yep. Sanity's going out the window. What's at the end? Anything? Nothing. Nothing. See, here are your fragments for your citizens. Compose them. When do I get to? Fireworks Festival 2026. Wowza. 2 videos. 1, 2, something hours long, and this one 3. 2 videos, 649. This is crazy. I love you. Peace. Almost. Thanks, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, share. This is unique as far as our channel goes. Maybe not for everybody. It's certainly not a quick 10, 15 minutes. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's how I like to roll. And thank you. Thank you all for continued support and just being excited about what we're doing. Go get your surprise resource chests, 35 a day, emirs. Survive, bubble up, discipline. Good times. And I love you.